Welcome to the 217 Recovery Podcast.
If you don't make mistakes, you won't learn.
With your host, Corey Winfield.
You know how fish is bad is you can't put it on pizza.
And special guests, Justin Burke.
I said something about that to our master radio broadcaster, and he said that he didn't hear nothing.
And Mitchell O'Brien.
I think to introduce people, we should tell them a little bit about ourselves.
Got your ass.
It is the 15th of July, 2024. My name is Corey Winfield.
I'm Justin Burke.
I'm Mitchell O'Brien.
Yeah. What a weekend. Holy hell, man.
Why was your weekend such helpful for you?
I'm talking about just in the earth.
Yeah.
Holy cow. You guys still sober today?
You didn't have...
Me too.
Yeah, I am. You didn't have a crazy... Everybody had a crazy weekend.
Kinda. I mean, a little bit.
It started out Friday. The death of Slim Shady.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that album came out, and Slim Shady's... The death of Slim Shady's the name of the album.
Yeah.
And then people started
album.
dying.
Who died?
Shannon Doherty or whatever her name is from 90210. Yeah, and I don't mean to say whatever her name is, but I'm just saying she's a person and her family is like having a hard time today.
Who else?
Dr. Ruth.
Who's that?
The old sex doctor lady.
Yeah.
She's like 4'7", just this old German lady. She's like, oh, this is what you do, and sometimes you tickle the anus. Do a very bad impersonation of her.
Okay.
Stuff like that.
But she would. She was like, you got to play
She
with
was
the
like
anus.
the Dr. Drew before Dr. Drew, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know neither one of these people.
It was just funny because
Sometimes you got to grab a cucumber.
Lady.
She said that one time. I think she was on David Letterman, and she said that.
She would always get so graphic, and she was like this little old lady. Mm-hmm. Yeah. The glasses
She's
and
like
the hair and
97 or 90. She was 90 something. I thought she died a while ago, and I was just thinking about her a couple weeks ago as I was experimenting. No, I'm just kidding. But she would it was on Letterman or something. I remember, but she was talking about like, different religions and but you can use a cucumber. And I'm like, did she just say that?
Yeah.
That was crazy.
Wow.
80s.
80s and 90s.
Yeah, she got her start. She was like one of the first people saying, we need more information on sex education. Of course, like AIDS was kind of big back then. And so she was like, people got to know about contraceptives and blah, blah, blah. And about, you can prevent abortions by using condoms, by, there's different things you can use. And so she was like one of the first people to say that. And then they gave her a talk show. Mm-hmm. They put her on, I think it was in New York on a Sunday, give her a Sunday shift. There you go, crazy lady. But then it really took off. Mm-hmm. And she ended up, I think she had her own, I don't know if it was a television show. She might have had a little TV show for a minute too, but she's dead. She died. And then Richard Simmons.
Wait.
Sweating to the
Still
oldies.
alive? I thought he died last year.
There was a kidnapping plot or some, they were saying that he was kidnapped, but he wasn't. It was some big thing. Well, I guess it wasn't that big, but he's dead too.
Well, I don't follow celebrities.
Okay.
I just
That's a cool, we'll put that in your bragging montage.
Was that, except for, what's that, Aaron Lewis?
Yeah, he's a big fan of Aaron Lewis.
No, I'm not.
Jelly Roll.
No, Jelly Roll's a sellout. I don't listen to his music anymore.
Yeah, that's what Eminem would say. It's like they love him till they're big, and then they're sellouts. Yep. Nope, he makes pop music now. Huh? Okay, it's popular. That's what that means. Pop music is popular music. But there are some turds out there. But Justin, you don't follow him. Okay, cool. And then you had the failed assassination attempt of Trump's.
Yep, I heard about that.
None of that makes any sense to me.
You got Holyfielded.
Yeah, it just doesn't make no damn sense. And I made a remark to Marnie because she does not listen to Eminem. Mm-hmm. And he's pretty harsh on Gen Z.
Oh, really harsh.
Yeah, and yeah.
Stick it right to him.
And then what does Gen Z do? Failed attempt.
Right.
But that doesn't make sense because, like, I don't know. There's going to be some conspiracy theories here.
Yeah.
Because the kid was 20 years old. I'm sorry. When I was 20, I was not ready to die for Clinton or like F those people. Like to be that involved in it that you hate somebody so much, like that doesn't make sense. And then they were saying like he's on the. Have you ever got on a roof before? Mm-hmm. It's pretty easy to be spotted.
Well,
especially when you're far away.
He was easily spotted. If you read the article that I read,
that people were saying, "Hey, there's a guy on the roof with a gun up there," and they were telling the Secret Service, and they're like, "Arr," and then they were saying, "Oh, well, we got so many reports of suspicious stuff that we didn't have time to check that out." That'd probably be the first one I go check out. Hey, there's a guy with a gun on that roof over there.
Said that he was neutralized by the SWAT team snipers very quickly.
Yeah, well, how did the shot even get? None of that makes any sense to me.
And then he fired off 5-7 shots from what I heard.
Yeah, it was quite a few because they said he had like some kind of AK thing or something.
Yeah,
his daddy's AK.
Yeah, and I don't know, man. It just doesn't make any sense. They hit him in the ear.
It's a conspiracy.
I've watched a lot of WWF. Or WWE, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, it is.
You know, I see a lot of fake blood. And the seriousness though, because they said a fireman, ex-fireman, or I don't know what it was,
police chief,
somebody got shot and died
in the head. Yeah.
And so you're telling me that person, where was he at? They said he fell on Trump, or he was like on Trump guarding him. And so Trump, after he gets this dead body off of him, gets up and then does the fist of power. Like, that doesn't make any sense. And the photographer just happened to be right there. One of the only people not running for cover is this photog. Is it the Nam years that got him all like ready to go for this Trump rally? Like, you got to be. I'm sorry, but you're novice photographer, even a professional one. If you're not in the combat zone, you're not going to be like, yeah, let's get another picture of this. Maybe you would, but just that picture of, hey, I'm gonna do the fist, and when I'm down on the ground, I'll put some blood on my ear, and I'm gonna see a hole. I want to make sure, like, this not adding up. It doesn't make sense, man.
Yeah,
it's a ploy. This whole thing's been a ploy. So he's gonna be the president with the most street cred. He's gonna have a felony. He got shot.
34 of them.
He's gonna do a rap album.
It's next.
Well, actually, I seen this this video, and 50 Cent's looking pretty heavy these days, apparently. And on the background, it had his old CD cover, album cover, that said "Get Rich or Die Trying," and it had Trump's face on it.
Yeah, he actually did a show or something, and he used that as his backdrop.
Yeah.
But 50 got heavy because he was doing a movie.
Oh, is that what it was?
Yeah, he had to put on some pounds.
I thought it was he's living that life, man.
Yeah.
No, he explained it later because when he did the Super Bowl and he came out there and they're like, you couldn't even do a sit-up, like, why was he doing that? It's because he thought he could, but now he was like, yeah, I was doing a movie and he had to put on weight for it. And
dang.
Yeah. But them actors, I don't know how they do it.
Put on weight, take it off, like
yeah, like nothing, dude. It's Matthew McConaughey did that one movie where he had AIDS and died.
Oh yeah.
He got down to nothing.
Right.
And then like a year later he's like jacked and buff and doing another movie. I'm like, how?
I think Christian Bale did that too. American
Where do
Psycho.
what do they do? How?
Yeah.
Can they come by here?
Stop eating?
I don't know. Like that one would be for Matthew. That's probably what he had to do.
Huh?
But he was an asshole, man.
Right.
I bet it wasn't all right. Why are you bringing them?
He's probably one of my
fried
favorite
chicken buckets
actors
around?
Matthew McConaughey.
Yeah, man. Be a lot cooler if you did. I don't follow celebrities, but it'd be a lot cooler if you did.
Oh my goodness!
You're such a dink sometimes.
You know the
All right.
good thing about high school girls.
Yeah, what's a good thing about high school girls?
They
Justin?
never age.
I get older and
they stay the same age.
You guys sound like creeps.
Watch the leather, man. Are you cool, man?
Yeah.
Are you cool?
Yeah.
No, man. He means do you smoke weed? All right, man.
My favorite thing about that guy's life is he got arrested naked
Bongo.
playing bongo.
Yeah, that was great. I was in radio when that happened. That story came across. I'm like, that's what we're talking about first on my show today. How awesome do you have to be? How bad do your neighbors hate you?
Now he does inspirational stuff.
Yeah, like books.
So you said something else for a minute.
Books. I say stuff negative, and I don't like them. Books.
So how was your weekend, though?
Oh, my weekend in recovery was great. A lot of it's going to be discussed tomorrow on the Recovery Dads podcast.
Okay.
So I was getting a lot of flack.
You got it.
I was kind of like Trump's up there, just dodging bullets.
You think it even get you? Just a little graze of the ear.
That's all right. I had my victory pump. Finished the video, of course, talking about the Spike Brothers video. Spike Brothers, if you're not familiar with them, they are a semi-pro volleyball team.
Yeah, they are.
And they're going to be in Traverse City this Saturday at the same event we're going to be at. Addiction Treatment Services putting on the 3rd annual beach volleyball tournament at, what's the name of the park, Justin?
Glickville? I don't know. Is that what it is?
I'm pretty sure it's not.
What is it?
Grelickville.
Grickville, whatever. Who
That
cares?
park. That's where we're going to be.
That's what I use on the weekends, my new Glickville. Or Glick Grill or whatever you said.
Yeah,
Whatever.
Fry up some.
I hate you guys.
that's where we're going to be, though.
You guys always pick on me for saying shit.
Well, I mean,
if you look at the word,
Dilapidated.
if you look at the word, it is a harder one to
it is.
pronounce. And then you go a little bit further and you have Shabby Town, which does not.
Pushabi Town.
Yeah. But you're also talking to a person who says words that have a K and an N at the beginning and pronounces the K. So, yeah.
How about some bread the other day? I couldn't tell if it was live wheat or live wheat. No, it was live light. I think,
I'm
or it
done
could be
dealing
live
with
light.
you guys.
I always try to buy
Can
new.
we talk about something
Justin's
else?
really confused what I'm talking about.
No, I know what you're talking about.
I always
just
try to
wanna
buy
talk
new
something
audio
else.
equipment. I just want to know what fish have to do with it. You know, bass. Why does everything got to have extra bass?
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah, I just think it would smell bad after a while.
Yeah, this review said, "Oh, it was great, but it's too bassy."
Yeah.
I was like,
Like,
so this smells bad.
Like I don't even want to fish with this. I'm trying to record stuff.
Let's talk about twos.
I'm too tired for this.
Let me go fish.
He's too tired. What kind of two is that, Justin?
You can go fishing
Tio.
at Base Lake on your way out by
It's
my
extra.
house.
All right. Well, let's not do grammar class. Let's talk about recovery. So, how was my weekend? Yeah. So, I finished the video, and yeah, we already went through that. So then,
Cookies.
cookies, the hot dogs. We're gonna have all kinds of great stuff. Not
Are
those
cookies
cookies.
gonna be made by your father-in-law? Your stepfather-in-law?
It's not even a real thing, Justin.
I mean,
I thought we were still talking about our weekend.
Yeah, no, I just went to back to this coming weekend. We're gonna have cookies
Lickville,
and hot
yeah.
dogs. I don't want to talk about those other cookies, but this is gonna be fun. Volleyball. If you want to get your team together, come out. 4 p.m. is when the tournament's gonna start. I get there a little earlier. If I were you, you need a team of 4. But the thing is, they're gonna randomly assign them. So don't be thinking you're gonna show up with your team of expert semi-pro volleyball players.
Don't even bring that. We got the Spike brothers are going to be there.
Yeah, but they can't play in it.
They can't.
No,
but,
because
you know.
they're semi-pro and-
contracts.
Yeah, contracts. But if you haven't seen the video yet, you need to. Because Justin, you
Did you-
are one of the Spike brothers, and so are you, Mitchell.
Oh, we weren't going to give it away. I was going to say, did you link Dink's Tinder page to the website yet?
No, but we should make one.
Dink Spike.
Yeah, Dink Spike and Bump Spike, which they're not brothers, but they are brothers.
It'll
It's
be
really
one Tinder
weird.
page, but it'll be both of us.
Yeah, they have the same last name, but they met each other in Baldwin, Michigan, and the cornfields is where they were playing.
Dink has 5 different accents,
Yeah,
but I think it's because he's played all over the world. You know,
so yeah, it just
They
kind of
get
rubs off on them a little.
they get to 2 out of 4 of the major semi-pro volleyball
Yeah,
tournaments every year.
it was so fun doing that video and putting it together, and just I was out there laughing at you guys so hard when I was flying the drone, getting the drone footage of it all, and
I forget. Did you get the swooping?
Mm-hmm.
Did you put that in there?
yeah, twice.
I didn't remember it.
I did from the front and the back.
I'll have to watch it again.
Yeah,
I was too busy laughing. So was my mom.
it's on YouTube. Did I put that on our website?
I don't know.
I think I did. Check out 217recovery.com. I did. Yeah, I put it on the website, but I didn't put it on the app.
Check out Mitchell O'Brien's Facebook page. It's on there too. I shared it.
Yeah, the 217 recovery page is on there too. I'm pretty sure.
I laughed so hard when you get to in their professional warm up routine or whatever. And then you did exactly what I asked you to, and it was so perfect.
Yeah, check out the video. You'll laugh.
Did you have to blur anything?
No.
No. Okay.
I think I forgot about that actually.
Might get flagged.
Dang it. I don't know. Did I see your booty on that, Justin?
I don't know.
I know you did before you went into post.
Yeah.
You were laughing about it.
Oh well, that's how they were for the world to see now.
Yeah, just because there was a point where they were just supposed to throw the ball up to each other, and the other one would like just jump and spike the ball over the net, like real close to it, and both of you guys had some trouble with that.
Neither of us can jump.
Yeah, fat guys are not supposed to jump.
Justin like damn near falls into the net, takes the net down with him, and yeah, there's a little booty crack I think showing a little bit there. But yeah, I told him, I said, "Don't worry, buddy. I'll blur that out." And then until you just brought it up,
Yeah.
I forgot about it.
Guts and butts. Guts and butts.
Yeah.
Guts and cracks, but guts and butts.
Yeah.
I had a lot of fun. We need to do more of those. Like, Justin gets all shy.
You
but
talk to my wife and she'll tell you no.
Yeah,
it's a good time, though, when we have new people come in here and they're like, what is this place all about? And we're like, having fun. We can pull up YouTube and be like, we did this and that. And they just start laughing their asses off. Like, it's good stuff.
Yeah, and that one, I don't know, the TJ Miller one we did was a little easier because I think well, you guys weren't being asked the same questions technically.
no.
So that was a little different. But it was a bitch to put together because there was no script. And when I was even talking to you guys, like doing the interview part of it, there was really no script to it. So we were just kind of throwing shit off the wall. And then it was like, now I got to make this make sense.
Well,
Like that was the hard part of it.
Bump and Dink weren't easy to script. So
No.
They weren't following the script very well.
And you know how I roll. I'm just like, let's go in there, grab a
Improv like a
camera, let's turn it on, let's roll.
kept asking you about the GoFundMe and everything. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was,
My grandma's potato salad.
yeah. It's like, but I thought it turned out good. But yeah, like the other ones we did, like for our warm ups for our talks or whatever, and the UFAM rally thing. Like, what was I going to say? Like those are pretty simple. They weren't very long either, so that was a lot easier to put together. But
And
yeah,
Kim was so convincing that everything was real.
She did so good. I didn't get to
she
see any because I was out there while she was recording. I was like, she's going to go in there. She's going to laugh the whole time like she did that one time. No, she was really good. Like, it was funny.
I don't think she pronounced that city's name right. But
No, but it's whatever.
she did Hartford when I told her to say Hartford. She did that one. Okay.
Yeah, should have told her that we're sponsored. We're looking at a sponsorship for DWeezy hardware. I can only say it that way now.
We should have her, and I was thinking about this over the weekend, but I just thought about it right now when you said that. I was thinking about we should have in our Recovery Dads podcast, we should have like commercial breaks, and they'll be brought to you by 217 Recovery Podcast, or you know, the Redacted Podcast, or the White Knuckling It Podcast. We could do like commercials,
Knuckling.
and we could get Kim to voice them all, and just start throwing in like, and find our poster or stop into DeWeezy and get a $5 off coupon for our t-shirts.
It was
Just-
so innocent.
Just fake stuff, and just not make up, but put in businesses that she's gonna mispronounce. That's not wrong to do that to someone, probably, but I don't know. I'm just learning. It's progress, not perfection. That's
That's
something
right.
that we've learned in our recovery journey.
So how was your weekend, Mitch?
Chasing tail,
Literally.
literally.
Yeah.
Don't take me wrong. I had to find my mom's cat. So did that until 10:30 on Saturday. It was beautiful. It was so much fun. I almost got beat up by this kid for snoring, but I was like 4 times the size. So I mean, yeah.
Wrong drop.
My bad. The worst part was I was so annoyed with this cat when I got it back, and I couldn't be mad at it because I want it to like not be scared of me if it gets out again. I was like, I gotta be nice to this thing. I don't think I told you about this, but
I've been like, you know what, Mom? If you didn't notice you ain't seen your cat since Wednesday, maybe you should have went looking for it.
she was at work and this
All
is,
week?
like, technically my kid's cat. Just tune into the Recovery Dads podcast tomorrow. There's gonna be a whole corner about it.
Oh.
Yep. The DEA files are gonna be part of an investigation this week.
It's been kind of hard trying to find a 19, 20-year-old.
That's the drop I meant to hit. Sorry.
It's weird. Now that I'm in the dating game, they're actually really easy to find. It's the ones that are my age that don't like me. I was born with mine, but I'm glad I can identify it now. Yeah. It's a different world we live in. Obviously.
Going to it.
I can see it.
No. Got both your asses.
Well, my weekend was great.
Obviously.
Made it to work. Didn't kill my kid. Great.
She didn't try to kill you.
No, not this weekend.
Nice.
Got rid of about 10 bags of trash out of my mom's house.
What's his name?
I plead the fifth. You're not going to incriminate me. I know my rights.
Obviously.
That's good.
I need my lawyer here to be present.
Just
to
tell
finish
us,
this
man.
podcast.
Just tell us, bro. You can always plead the fifth later.
Oh no.
This podcast isn't like ours. You have more than 2 listeners.
That's true.
I need my lawyer, please.
So I
Lawyer.
talk in the Redacted podcast. I say that all the time when we say something edgy. I'm like, well, we might lose one of our 2 listeners. Both our listeners are going to like this.
Ugh.
Good stuff.
Yeah, but it was a crazy weekend though. However, and it was hot. You know, a lot of the stuff we're going to talk about tomorrow on Recovery Dads podcast. So check that out. If you haven't checked it out, the Recovery Dads podcast, we'll do a little cross promotion here. It's Justin Mitchell. It's the same people on this podcast,
Right.
but we talk about being a dad and the stuff that we go through in more depth and more detail. And like, actually, we started doing. I think it was last week we started doing the Recovery Dads podcast. We had to restart it because it just jumped into a 217 podcast where we weren't talking about anything fatherhood. I was bitching about, I don't know, politics or churches or
Oh, you
I don't remember what it
definitely
was.
were.
But it was something that had nothing to do with being a father. I'm like, we got to start this over because this is not going the right way. You know, the
This is the one
217
where we
podcast, we
started-
can kind of jump around a little
Was
bit.
it last week where we were talking about the Bible? Like a whole
Yeah, that's what
bunch?
it was. Yeah, it was the Bible.
And so then we started over and talked about masturbation.
Yes, much better. No, we talked about Justin and I were just like talking about how our day started, and then you were talking about you went in and creeping on your kid.
Right. And being
where they're
14, you shouldn't be creeping in on your
Nope,
kid.
because you're gonna catch
You
something.
asked me what did I do in the parenting world that day, and I said I opened the door to see if he was alive and
Yep.
came to work.
I creepily wanted to catch him rolling over, as Mitch calls it.
Obviously, it's my strategy.
Ladies, if you're on a date with Mitchell or anything, he's like, yeah, I'm just rolling over. Or if you're talking to him or whatever, and, what's that noise? I'm just rolling over. That means he's doing something.
Right.
It just turned to phone sex.
And you don't even know about it.
Why did you take your camera off? Why? It's just black now. What's that noise? Just rolling over.
Nobody's ever said it's just black now.
Which is like I usually just throw it on the pillow. Keep talking. I need your voice. I need your support here.
Now Justin knows why I never have my camera on when he calls me.
Just rolling over.
That's so disturbing. I'm never calling you.
I'm just trying to make that a real thing.
Wait till your son catches you. Would that be worse? Since you want to talk about masturbation.
No.
Recovery Dads, so check that out. RecoveryDads.com. We have, I think, 5 episodes on there.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah, we're dads and we're in recovery, man.
Because I think we started that and the White Knuckling podcast. White Knuckling It podcast the same week.
Either the same week or one after another, one of the two. Yeah. We
Yeah.
have 5, so
Yeah.
I'm creeping up on 50.
Damn,
on
son.
the redacted.
I know we got over 900 for 217. I just don't know
Well,
exactly
it's
what.
probably because of your co-host problem for so long.
Well, no, that's including the bad ones at the beginning.
Yeah. So, what advice would you give Mitch now that you've had your podcast for a year? Because people reach out to me still, going, "Hey, how do I start a recovery podcast? Or I want to do it on my own." Some people like to video it. We have the equipment too now, getting there. And what would you say to someone? And we talked with Caleb, which I got to check in with him to see how he's doing with his podcast because he wanted to start one. But what would you say? What kind of advice would you give to someone who wanted to start a podcast about? It doesn't matter if it's about recovery, if it's about cars. I mean, anything.
Just do it.
That's great advice for Mitchell. Just do it.
Yeah. No, I mean, there's more to it than that. So just do it. Don't worry about sucking. Don't worry about it not being good. You know, just get in there and you know, you can read things about it, articles, and that's one thing I've done is read blogs about how to podcast, you know, and that helps a little bit. It really helps to have somebody like you who will listen to it and be like, that sucks, you need to change your settings. Or that sucks, your microphone that I sold you is busted.
Yeah.
You know? So it's stuff like that.
It's the doorbell sound effect that
really
I always
helps.
play.
Yeah, I don't know why you always hit that drop randomly.
Well, it's probably because my meeting's about to start.
Oh, that's probably is too.
So, but no, it's just like just do it. Like it's gonna suck. You're gonna learn. My first ones were so bad. You know, you're probably, it's kind of the advice that you gave me. You're probably gonna go through some co-hosts before you find somebody who's dedicated and wants to keep doing it.
Yeah.
You're probably gonna order a microphone from China and they're gonna send it to Kentucky instead of North Carolina.
Is that what happened to your microphone?
Yeah, and then they tried to refund me $8.04. 40 cents. Sorry.
$8.40.
We don't have, that's a different
Yeah.
podcast altogether.
Whiteknuckling.com.
Yep.
You can hear that podcast and all about Mitchell's microphone woes.
New episode.
It's kind of interesting.
I'm never using that website again.
Yeah. So if you want to start a podcast, you're like, what do I do? Why don't I want to buy one from China? Well, whiteknuckling.com. Listen to this week's episode. What's up, Gary? Gary's in the building.
Yeah,
Gary's in the house.
Gary, what about them Spike Brothers?
Yeah, I seen that.
What do you think?
I can't wait to see it.
Okay. It's a good, honest review. So you've seen it, but you can't wait to see it.
I want to see him play.
Oh, in person?
Yeah.
It was so bad.
Well, we can't because we're underneath contract.
Yeah, we won't be able to play it.
But if you would have watched the video, you would have known. Did you watch the video, Gary? No, of course he didn't. Just looked at it.
Of course not. I seen Spike Brothers and I already knew.
Oh my God. That's the last time I ever sent you a funny video, Gary. He's like, well, thank you. That's all I got to do is not look at them, and then you just stop sending them to me. No, Gary's funny. But yeah, so I guess we should kind of wrap it up. But I just wanted to touch base because it was a crazy weekend, and a lot of people will take this Trump thing for real, like they'll lose their mind. And to think if I was drinking still, I don't know where I would be. Would I be wrapped up in politics? That's all I did was watch TV. And that's all CNN and Fox, that's all they do is they try to pump you up one side or the other, get you all fired up. But it's not, A, it's not worth it. B, I keep hearing like the president and all these other people say, you know, in America, violence is not the answer. Let's break that down because America was built on violence.
Yep.
Maybe I tell that to the police. You know, like, come on. Like last time the cop, he just kind of gently put me in the car, but if I just said to the officer, hold on, violence is not the way, and he's like, get in the car, get on your knees now, and I'm like, but violence is not the way.
Whoa, officer, I don't swing that way.
How do you think that's going to go for me? You know, like, how do you think that's going to go for Tyrone?
Right.
You know, being an African American, that's not going to. Hold on, officer, I'm going to get in the car, but you don't need to throw. You know, like that's not going to be good. We've got
Get
evidence
off
of
my
that. We
throat.
know that. So, like, for the president to be like, America's violence, I'm like, oh, that's what that we are violent. Are they in a different country? Or they just say some shit that sounds good? Oh, we're not about. Are you stupid? You're running this country. Oh, we could go on for another hour and a half about politics and how I hate everybody.
All right.
Can I just get one person, please, that wants to be president that's not a piece of shit?
Yeah.
Please, are you listening right now? Maybe it's you. Please run for president. I will vote for you.
That's the problem
Please,
is
you're
they
going to
do.
get one vote, but at least you can say you did something.
Problem is they do, but the dead people don't vote for them. So
Right.
I'm over it, man. Like I'm tired of a lot of things. I'm tired of just so much bullshit. And I think that the Slim Shady album helped me realize it.
Yeah.
You know, like everybody now is afraid to say stuff. I'm afraid to say this. Even though you know what's wrong. Like when they say, "Oh, you can't get high on Suboxone." Yeah, you can.
I sent you a bunch of videos.
You
on
did.
that.
You know, and that guy, I've been saying that exact same thing for years now. You know, and does it help people? Some of them, yeah. But there's a way to do it and a way not to do it. And just
Right.
giving people stuff and blah, 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 blah. And then, like, somebody was trying to go to detox, but they wouldn't let him in because they were trying to detox off Suboxone. Well, guess what? They didn't have a prescription for it. But they've been doing it for months. You tell me how that works because they've been buying it.
Right.
You know, like, there's so much bullshit that goes on.
And
the
that
fact
detox takes 30 days, I've heard, for it.
Yeah.
And even up to 90 days.
Chris Goss, go back and listen to his episodes. He'll tell you about it. He said he would rather just stop doing heroin and go through the bullshit for a week than to get on Suboxone again. He's like, it's no. And Chris Goss, he listened to those episodes from year 1 and year 2 when he was on. You know, like he was a heroin addict, and well, he did a lot of different drugs, but he will talk about, you know, the trouble he went through with Suboxone, getting off of it, and the doctors want to keep you on it, and it's the same company that's selling it to you.
Yep.
The same one that got their little hand smacked. Well, now they're coming back in force. They're getting their money back times 10. And then the doctor, let's put these people on it. Put these people on it. Who do you think's telling the doctors to put them on it? My doctor's at least honest with me. I got a new doctor, and he's just like, yeah, I write scripts. I don't fix people. I write scripts. I'm like, wow, at least you're honest about it.
Oh, you want to be fixed? I'll send you to a specialist.
Oh, he's like, eat better. You know, like get some shit for your shoes. Put them in your soles. That might help your knees. You're flat-footed. But I write scripts.
Right.
That's what I do. And I told him I wasn't pill seeking. And he was like, yeah, I know. But it was too much, though. It's just too much shit going on. But anyway, that's a whole, I need to start a whole new podcast again.
Yep.
So I'm going to have like 3 of them bitches. Anyway, sorry, I didn't mean to get worked up, but I'm just saying. I'm glad. Sorry, are you glad I'm not drinking?
Yeah.
Can you imagine me drinking
Oh my
and getting
God.
all fired up over a subject and then just spewing the same shit over and over, kind of like I do now,
Yeah.
but with a little slur to it?
we'll call it political corniness.
I could only
PC.
imagine. I got a buddy like that.
Call me Fat Shady.
Yeah, that's what you said earlier.
Hell yeah, it's my alter ego. So whenever, like Slim Shady says, you know, or Eminem says, Marshall Mathers, whatever, that whenever he says bad stuff, it's Slim Shady saying it. So it's not really him.
Yep. He identifies as the one that's not saying it.
Yeah.
Every time I hear that album, I hear something new that I'm just like, oh, he said that. He actually said that.
Oh, it's a new one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like the one, I don't know who it is, but it's like a in between the songs. And it's somebody's like, hey, bro, so just be listening to your album and you're on your own, man.
That was
Yeah.
Paul, the president of Shady Records, or
Is that what it
Aftermath
is?
Records. Yeah.
Yeah.
The guy that he used to say, fuck you, Paul, all the time, too. When Napster and LimeWire was going crazy with getting their music leaked out on there. I watched their whole little HBO special. Yeah, it was kind of funny.
But you know, he doesn't follow celebrities though.
Nope. Not at all.
It was about Napster. How it was
I thought they got
created.
taken down by Lars.
Metallica.
Well, he's the one who originally started it. But there was a CD plant in North Carolina.
CDs don't grow on plants. That's ridiculous.
Okay, there was a manufacturing plant that produced CDs in North Carolina. That's where all of our CDs were evidently produced
Oh.
in the country. And employees were getting copies of the CDs and was selling them.
Shady.
Yeah.
To Napster.
To the people that were the pirates. Yeah. That would be ripping the music.
Yeah, that pissed me off if I was the band.
Yeah. And Lars started it. He was the first one that started it. Then everyone else just kind of hopped in. And then it talked about Remember when, who was it, 50 and Kanye, when they were like, whose album was going to sell the most and stuff? And they sent one CD to somewhere else, and they sent another CD to somebody else to see who could rip them the fastest, and then leak them out, and their sales never went nowhere.
I followed that perfectly.
I bought that tape though. 50s anyway.
Tape.
Yep. So, yeah, I remember I would download stuff off Napster. You guys are probably too young for this.
No, I downloaded a lot off
It
Napster.
used to piss me off because I would like download something. I think it was a song, then like porn would pop up that you didn't want to see. Like it wasn't like, oh wow,
Yeah.
oh, well at least it's a good porn. No, it was like stuff you didn't want to see.
Well, my biggest complaint about
damn.
Napster always is they're like, oh, the new Ludacris song or something, and it'd be like 2 weeks old, and they just renamed it and said new,
Yeah,
and so they got you to keep re-downloading the same song.
yeah. You're
over and
always
over and
looking.
over.
It was hard to find the good ones.
Yeah.
You had to work for it. You really
Yeah.
did. They say it was free. It wasn't free. Spent a lot of time.
Yeah. But I'm glad that they're getting paid now.
And then my mom found out it was illegal, and she was like, "You boys better stop." Okay, we just got better at hiding the files.
All right, Mom, can we get some more beer? We're underage, but that's cool. Thanks, Mom. She's so worried about the law, the internet police. She was worried about them. The real ones, nah.
Got selective morality.
Don't catch me again.
No.
What's the chance I get caught a third time? Be pretty slim to none, right? I've come across people that are like, man, I got 9 DUIs. I ain't had a license in like 15 years. I'm like, what the how do you get those?
Right.
How do you have a car? Anyway, don't drink and drive.
Right.
And that's easier said than done. Because when you black out and you don't remember, you have the ability to drive. Not very well, but that happens. So just because you think, oh, I don't drink and drive, just be very careful.
Yep.
Because it happened to my ass.
Yep.
So anyway, all right. That's little words of wisdom at the very end of the podcast.
Yep.
That's how we do it. Now, thanks for listening, and we'll talk again soon.
Later.
See ya. The moral of the story.
Thanks for listening to the 217 Recovery Podcast. Listen to over 900 episodes on the 217 Recovery app that's free in your app store or online at 217recovery.com.